welcome to LadyGang. I am Becky Tobin here with Jac and Keltie Knight.
Hello.
Ooh, someone's voice is cracky.
I'm so tired.
Oh,
It's
you're
yours.
tired? Why are
Yeah.
you tired?
Life?
Oh, I'm like, you haven't been partying like me?
No, I have not been at a music festival.
Wait, I thought you were at Garth Brooks.
Well, I did go to Garth Brooks. That's true. I did see Garth Brooks. What a legend.
Did you know, is it Garth Brooks that like 1/3 of the people in Ireland have seen in concert? Like it's some like crazy stat.
It's him. Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's so weird.
I watched his documentary a while ago and I was like, well, first of all, this man is like, he's not a human. He's very like alien-like. He's the way he talks. It's all very interesting to me, but he's wonderful. He's a great talent. And you know, when you see someone that has been around for so long, you have to lower your expectations of how good they're going to be live, especially because voices just go, you know?
Well, and age.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. And man, oh man, if he doesn't sound exactly like his 1998 record still, I don't know what this man's doing, but it's working.
Well, there's also the conspiracy theory that he's a serial killer.
Yeah, he doesn't like it very much. And I almost posted
Oh.
it on my Instagram being like, Garth Brooks, you're the best, even though you may be a serial killer. Like any other artist, I think would think it was funny, but I guess he allegedly tried suing the podcasters that started the
Oh my God.
the
rumor.
that he's a serial killer. Because I guess at one point in time, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there was people putting these pieces together of like girls that had gone missing or died or something in the cities that he happened to be touring at. Like,
Yeah.
at the time.
Listen, I'll believe anything at this point, but
I mean, what a cool theory. And like, what a cool movie. If there's this famous rock star who's actually a serial killer and he gets away with it because he just travels around the country
But he
killing.
was doing it as Chris Gaines. Do you remember Chris Gaines?
Yes.
The
And
emo.
It's like Garth's emo alter ego that never took off.
Well, he talked about it in the documentary. So
Wait, what's this documentary? I need to watch this now.
It was a couple years ago. It's very good. But the Chris Gaines thing happened because he was supposed to do a movie where he played a rock star named Chris Gaines. And so they thought it would be cool before the movie came out for him to like release an album as this fictional rock star. But then the movie never came out. And so people just thought that he had lost his mind and like released music under an alter ego.
No.
Yeah.
I liked it better when I just thought he lost his mind, to be honest with you.
Same. But
That's so
that.
funny.
that just
That's
shows
crazy.
you how back then you couldn't clear up rumors very quickly. Like there was no Instagram for him to take to Instagram to be like, hey guys, this is what happened. Instead, you just get tabloid after tabloid and you just have to like roll with it.
Well, and it's like everybody believes the first thing that you're told. Do you guys remember the rumor that Marilyn Manson like removed a rib so he could suck his own dick? Like, which is one of those funny things because it like wasn't published anywhere. It was just a collective consciousness, like word of mouth or something like that.
Yes.
But then like everybody believes it. Oh, he probably did do that, but like he never had to clear it up or never did.
We don't know.
What
you
a
know what I
freak.
mean? We don't know. What a
Freak.
freak show.
Apparently, there are some women in Hollywood that have removed ribs to have tiny
Well,
waists.
yeah. Wasn't there a rumor about Kim Kardashian doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No thanks.
Is it worth it? Do
No.
we need those ribs to protect our insides?
Probably.
Not if you take the gallbladder out. Like, you're fine then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you take out everything that needs protecting, you just, like, remove.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm
point.
halfway there. I don't have an appendix, but I don't know where that is in my body.
You know what? The appendix was not important enough to be protected by a rib.
No.
We don't need her.
Okay, but what I do want to say, Garth Brooks is a nice guy. And remember when he took my parents backstage and was so nice to them and took time while I was interviewing them, he played Edmonton. And then he came back and gave them hats. And I was like, you're such a nice person. Like,
So
you
sweet.
really are lovely. Like, I mean, you know, he's a little goofy, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that he gave them hats.
I mean,
Yeah.
he seems very nice, and if he seems genuine. And I like that I do think there's something, I'm sure people are screaming at us in their car right now because something did come out at some point in time about his makeup artist. and some inappropriate behavior.
Yeah. Something happened there.
So, I mean, obviously.
But then sometimes, listen, sometimes
believe
I'm not
women.
going to comment on it. No, obviously believe women, but also, yeah, who knows?
I think it was one of those things where she had been working for him. I'm just
for a long time.
grasping at straw for a long, 20 years or something like that.
Something was confusing. The blinds were blurred.
I don't remember.
Well, from the little time I have spent in Hollywood, I have heard of many men having affairs with their makeup artists. That I do know to be
It would be easy.
common.
You're in the room by themselves.
Yeah.
And men are trash.
If David, my hair guy, was straight, I would definitely have an affair with him. I love him so much.
Yeah, see?
Just a little smooch.
When he has those short shorts and he's massaging my head, I'm just like, you're my dream.
What more do you need?
All right. Should we get into it?
Let's get into it. It's time for...
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
I know you guys have a lot to report.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, yes. Good week. You know what? My good week, obviously, we went to When We Were Young, but I got to hang out with Keltie in atmosphere where I think that she was actually having fun.
Wow.
Right, Keltie?
Yes.
Confirmed. I think I'm this almost feels normal.
Yep.
It almost feels like two friends having some drinks going to a music festival. And that was so lovely, Keltie. Almost.
It took a decade to get there.
And she texted me afterwards. She's like, that was actually fun. I was like, yeah, imagine that, a music festival where you're having some cocktails. That's fun? ? I can't believe it.
I know, it was wild. Yes. I was, listen, I think we only talked about work for 4 minutes total.
Yep.
Jack begged me at the bar to do another Lady World. And I said, I will not speak to you about this until I've turned in my manuscript for my book. I didn't say yes or no. I just said,
well, I'm saying no. So
I'm not even having this conversation with you. So
this isn't going to be a book where you can just bribe me and not have me have to do any work. You'd have to clone me and send me to that festival.
Oh, you'd be like the
there might be a way.
You might be the what's the oh my God, Suzanne Summers. The husband just released that he made an AI clone of her to live with her forever. Did you not hear this story? Jack, to cut you off. So Suzanne Summers died a few years ago. Before she died, she got scanned. And it just came out yesterday that her husband created an AI clone, and it has her whole personality, and you can talk to it and it responds as if it was Suzanne.
That's literally an episode of Black Mirror. Literally an episode of Black Mirror. That's
crazy. It knows what she would say about things ish.
Wow.
I mean,
good for him.
Anyway, so we could clone you, Becca. But anyway, yes, the festival was very fun, and yes, I felt very relaxed, and it actually, I don't know what to tell you. I can't even report on anything because it was actually fun. We hung out, Chris, me, John, his beautiful wife from the Maine, Jared. And then the best part about it was the next night when you guys all went for another night of raging, I was in bed at 6:15 watching The Gilded Age in the Resorts World Hotel, eating a brownie smoothie from the hotel.
Brownie smoothie.
Or a brownie sundae. And Jared wrote me and he goes, hey, we're back at the festival. Let's meet up. That was fun.
Know. Jared goes, should I text Keltie to hang out? I was like, yeah, you should.
It was so cute. And then I wrote back and I was like, we're already out. We're not.
I was like, Panic night 2, Keltie. Not worth it.
I only got through the 4 songs of Panic before we had to leave.
Me too. So Becca, just so you know, so obviously, and so everybody else that didn't go to When We Were Young, Panic at the Disco played. There was lots of rumors, was Ryan Ross going to show up? Was he not? Was it going to be full band? What were they going to do? I think we are in the camp that it wasn't going to happen, because I think if it was going to happen, they would have announced it like that, because it would have been a massive, massive deal. Mm-hmm. So anyways, doesn't show up. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the performance, Keltie.
Well, I'm already being dragged, so I'll just continue.
You are?
Okay, yes. Wait, can I tell her?
Yeah, tell her. Sorry, we're going way off the rails.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
For new listeners, Ryan Ross is their ex-boyfriend that they passed back and forth.
Yeah, we passed back and forth. Well, yes. And so the whole thing was they were playing their first record, like their biggest record, the one that got them big. But that whole record was written by Ryan. Like all of the lyrics were Ryan's lyrics. Like it was very much like a hymn record.
Yeah.
So it's just like an interesting thing when the only person left in the band like wasn't the person that I think Brendan maybe wrote some of it, but most of the lyrics are Ryan's, right, Keltie?
I think the lyrics were mostly Ryan's and Brendan definitely did the music for sure.
Yeah. So it's just like a weird thing.
The lyrics are very emotional because, oh my God, I'm going to get dragged. Fine, drag me. I'm ugly. I get it. I'm old. Shut up. Get over it. Okay. I'm going to drag myself first.
Who's saying this?
Everyone. So the lyrics, at the time he wrote the album, Ryan grew up with a single dad and his dad was an alcoholic and he was in and out of the hospital and he ended up dying because of that addiction. And the album is about those things. And he died like right after they released the album, he actually passed away. So it's a lot of like childhood trauma. It's like as if you wrote a memoir about your childhood trauma and then someone else is singing that memoir. Like there's just, it's a weird contradiction. Like songs belong to bands, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, and the album is more than just one person, but there are some lyrics or songs that you're just like, I don't know. I got soft. I was sitting there and I'm thinking like, wow, it's been 20 years. Like, here I am. This is so crazy. I'm sitting here at a Panic at the Disco show with Jack Vanek, a cocktail, Chris Knight, the love of my life. Like, I couldn't have dreamed him at points in my life, who now manages The Cab, who we went and saw. And then we watched The Main. Like, and that's Jack's, like, it was such a
very full circle-y.
It was a full circle, like, wow, you know what? You know, when people are like, everything works out the way it's supposed to, or like, trust the universe. And you're like, I can't trust the universe. My heart is broken. Like, no, babe, trust the universe. Like, everything is good. Everything's going to work out the way it is. And then the Commissado or whatever song about the IVs and the hospital comes on. And I was just like, damn, you know what? I played a big part in the hatred of Ryan Ross. I was so honest about, I was MySpaced, I verbal garbage. I should have just let him break up with me and just never said anything again. And I didn't. And I'm an overshare. And as you know, if you listen to this podcast, I have overshared on this podcast about everything. My toenails, my butt, my marriage, my friends. Like, it's not just that all I do is talk about Ryan Ross. Like, I overshare about everything. I'm an overshare. I love attention. I love people when they hate me. I love people when they love me. I love people just to have an opinion about me at all times. It feeds me. I'm sorry. I'm a beast. I'm a monster. And so I posted a Instagram story where I said, wow, what a show, or something. I don't know. I deleted it right after because I knew it was a bad mistake. I had 3 cocktails. I haven't had a cocktail in a year. I allowed myself a cocktail. What did I say, Jack?
Well, the message was actually very nice. You're just like, it's just doesn't feel right to watch, you know, this record. It was like what you're talking about, like watch a performance of this record that was so much of Ryan. But my favorite part of it is she called him Rye. She goes, it's just not the same without Rye up there.
It's like, I don't know. What was I thinking? I don't know.
There has to be like a diagnosis for what you have. At this point, I don't know.
Wait, and then so my favorite part was, so she posts it. I didn't see it because I'm like wasted. And then of course I'm on now Panic at the Disco at When We Were Young TikTok algorithm. So I'm like seeing all this shit.
Oh my God. It's haunting me. It's
now there's all these like emo news outlets that are picking up Keltie's story and like talking about it.
And they're like,
screenshotting
Ryan Ross's ex-girlfriend from 1979 comments on the performance. I was like, I literally took it down. The minute I posted, I took it down. I was like, you know what? Shut the up, Keltie.
Not fast enough. Not fast enough.
Not fast enough. Like,
what did Chris say?
He said nothing. He thinks this is what people don't understand about it. Well, first of all, he did the music manager thing where he stands in the back, he's silent. And if it's real, he Chris Knighted it. if something's really good, like Blink-182 was amazing, Alvaro was incredible, and then he'll be like, wow, that was really good. The production was crazy. Like he'll comment on those things. If Chris doesn't like anything, he just silently
says
hangs.
nothing.
He just says nothing. So he like
What's
thought it was
that
so
like?
It's wild. But like you guys, he's so in the like he literally we're so off topic, but the whole festival, because this album was being played and this album was like Harlequin and the amount of tiny top hats, it made me feel so much better about my tiny top hat in 2007. Okay.
Lots of roses, lots of
so
top
many
hats.
tiny top hats. So many people were dressed up like Ryan Ross. So that's what was like so wild about it. Like the lore was luring. It was like, Becca, it was like the way people feel about Glee. Do you know what I mean? Like how they know every single thing about what happened on set or not happened, like all the like
the fandom.
It's a crazy fandom.
The fandom
still,
is crazy.
Insane.
So like Chris had this game with me where every time we went out in the festival a ton, I'm like eating, watching bands and stuff. And every time he saw someone dressed by like Ryan Ross and wearing a tiny top hat, he would turn to me and go, the lore.
Keltie said lore probably 5 billion times last weekend.
Lore. We were walking backstage to go to see his band and like get ready and stuff. And I walked by a guy dressed as Ryan Ross. He had the rose vest. He had the makeup, like full everything, like full cosplay. Okay. And I was like, wait, this will be a great TikTok. So I stopped and I literally made Chris take a video of this guy. Like I'm a horrible person, but we know what
And then you posted it, and then I was going to say I screenshotted this comment because it was so funny on it. She posted, I don't know if you saw it, Becca. It was like in one of those, it's me and you and you and me and my friend Steve.
So it's me and Jack. And then at the end, it goes to Steve, but the Steve is the Ryan Ross cosplayer.
So it's like a third wheel. But anyways, there's this comment. You'll appreciate it, Becca. It says, did Becca quit? This seems like a Keltie meltdown like we haven't seen in a while. Maybe since she sent out those newsletters.
What newsletters?
I don't know. Are you sending out some like meltdown newsletters?
No, but remember
Keltie?
when I used to send out like in the Facebook group and I'd be like, things are hard. Remember when I sent the newsletter and I was like trying?
Yes.
I know. I just didn't know if there was like a secret newsletter you sent out.
No secret meltdown newsletter, guys. I'm trying to be a better person. Anyway.
See, I am so far beyond trying to salvage anything or any brand. Like it is what it is. If she has not imploded the LadyGang in 10 years, I know nothing will. And so I'm not even worried about it. Like there's nothing this woman can do to compromise. Yeah, we've lost some listeners over the years from weird newsletters, but honestly, I don't care. No. I'm going to just let her live, guys. Let her live.
And like talk about a fandom, Keltie's fandom, they ride hard.
They ride hard.
So hard. They ride so hard. There was a girl at this festival who came up to me and she's wearing a necklace that said cunt. And she was like,
oh my God.
She goes, Lady World was amazing. And she was at Lady World. And then she was at When We Were Young. And I was like, these are our people. These are our people. Anyway, so.
Well, I do want to say. No, so
I can't believe I'm so ugly right now. Like I'm ugly. Someone's going to screenshot this. I know it's going to go everywhere. I'm not even wearing like my best LadyGang sweatsuit. Like
it's fine.
Well, okay, so I do want to say, obviously, I mean, contrary to what the internet like has made mine and Ryan Ross's relationship out to be, we did only date for 3 months. So I maybe, and it was before, I think it was before Fever You Can't Sweat Out came out. So I maybe went to one show. I don't even know if I went to one Panic at the Disco show. So after we broke up, I kind of like blocked a lot of this out of my head. So again, after the show happened, now I'm on Panic at the Disco like live TikTok from back in the day. And I'm like, this shit is wild and really good.
It was so good.
So, and it was such a huge performance and everybody was dressed up that was in the band and there's all these like, whatever. So funny. I completely blocked it out of my memory. But so the show, Becca, it was like Brendan is the singer. And then they had like a backup band, but the backup band was like up and like back. And then there was like nothing really else on the stage. So
I thought there would be like dancers and like they had like when they originally toured, there was like a stilt walker and a mime and like it was very theatrical.
It was like a circus. But yeah, so I was like, it kind of felt to me like the Brendan Urie like extravaganza rather than like a Panic at the Disco show.
Yeah, it was like a Broadway show when they do a jukebox musical and then like the band is all the way in the back and then like the weird no-name actors like singing the songs of Billy Joel. Like that's weird.
I mean, I don't know what even that is, but that's what it kind of felt like. It was just him all of the time. And Jared was like talking about it. He's like, even to just have like one other person to look at on the stage would have been, a good balance, because it's hard to just like have the one thing. But then when I look at comparatively what it used to be, I was like, oh yeah, that's a big difference.
It was like a chaos. It was a chaos.
Yeah. So, I mean, his voice is incredible. He was great.
So talented, man. He's so
talented. But like, I was like, it's just different. It's different.
I
don't know why they didn't ask me, old dancer friend Keltie. I could have put on my tutu and point beret across the stage, available for hire. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have Ryan Ross, but you can have this psycho ex-girlfriend in a tutu.
That would have made a splash, to be honest.
Made a splash. Just Keltie on stage.
Isn't this the way you like me? I'm exactly I don't know.
The other thing that I thought was kind of weird. So they brought out the drummer, the original drummer, and it was like a big deal. But they brought him out for the very last song. But it was also a song that they had played earlier, so they played it twice. Mm-hmm. But then the last one was with the original drummer, and I was like, "That's a weird choice."
We'd already left, but Spencer looks hot. Spencer aged like a fine wine.
Yeah, he looks hot. But isn't that weird? I'm like, what? Why didn't he just play the whole album? I don't know.
He's probably out of practice.
That's true. He's like, I can do this one.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
He's like, I don't want to rehearse for this. No.
That's all I can give.
Or he was like, play the song. If I feel like I want to go on, I'll let you know in the moment. And then we'll do it. If it's already been played, it's already been played. So
if the feedback's good, I'll come back on for an encore.
Totally.
Of the same what you song. Get. Yeah. It was interesting, but I had fun.
I'm so proud of you. You both looked beautiful.
My good week is that Jac has finally pissed off May Vanek, her mother.
Oh my gosh.
I thank God. Like after Lady World, I spent time around May. I had my mom there. I had your mom was there, Becca. And like we got to see how the real moms of the world work, which is like they kind of hide in the back and they're like, good job, I'm proud of you. And then like, May is like human Velcro to Jac, and nothing she does could like Jac is like, Mom, I painted the ugliest thing of all time, and May is like, hang it in the Louvre, like literally, like it doesn't matter. So Jac is going to this festival. Becca
saw the pants. Did you not see my pants I wore?
Becca's been very busy. Can you pull up the pants?
With the thong? Was it the thong?
Okay. A thong pant. Jac found a pair of pants. Who the is making these pants? It is basically a thong bathing suit. And then the pants right above where the slit in your vagina would be, the pants come in. And so you're like naked. I can see like her
Thank God for Lumia.
Thank God.
I know, right?
I can see her appendectomy scar, like that, the one that went right there. So like, it's ridiculous. And so I'm like, this is insane. Jac is so crazy. And May commented on the post and she was basically like, not my favorite, but I'm old. So, and then the emoji that's like, I don't know. And I was like, oh my God, even May hates something Jac does. It was incredible. Honestly, I feel seen. I feel like everything's right in the world. Like, thank God.
Well, May is not like, I'm a cool mom. She's not like the Mean Girls mom. She's a very like normal, level-headed and doesn't want like her daughter to be slutty to get attention. Not that I'm not saying those are slutty. I'm just saying like
they were slutty.
They're a little slutty.
They were really slutty.
Yeah, they were. It's fine. It's who you are. It's fine. Also,
I need a little slutty.
We're living in a time where nothing is shocking. So it's,
like it would have been more shocking if you had the Kim Kardashian merkin under there.
Oh, that would have been a good time
because she's selling the merkin with all the hair on it. Like that would have been shock-ish, but not really. We're like, some people want a merkin.
I wish we did have a Halloween live event because we could dress as one another so easily.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
Like it would be so easy to dress like each other at this point.
That's actually a really cute idea. No, I mean, listen, I'm going to have a little slutty outfit for the event, any event I go to. I got to add it in. And those pants were just perfect for me. I loved them.
You did look cute.
You look great.
But my mom is always, she has gotten mad at me so many times when I was younger for Like when I posted on LiveJournal when I was 16 that I was smoking clove cigarettes, she was like busted in my room. She's like, take that down right now.
Oh,
so
she knows about your social footprint.
Yeah.
My bad week is if you think my Instagram story about Rye was embarrassing, just wait until you hear how I made a fool of myself in front of Mark Hoppus on the plane to Vegas. So I flew
Who's Mark Hoppus?
The singer
Mark
of Blink
Hoppus
182.
is the singer of Blink 182. And he's very recognizable because he's got like kind of a receding hairline and one big pink punk rock like smacking of hair that like, and then he wears
Like
very thick glasses.
hawk.
Like you can see him in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So I flew Jet Suite X, which is it's like a mini jet, private jet that goes just around LA areas. Like you can go to Vegas, you can go to Napa, and it's, you don't have to go through a real airport. You go through the private jet terminal, and then you basically share a private jet with like 20 people or whatever. And it's a great little company. I love them. Anyway, so I was excited because normally I would fly Southwest, let's be honest. So I got on the jet, Diplo's on the jet. And then all these other people, and like everyone's clearly going to when we were young. Like there's like an old executive dad with like his 2 younger girls, and they both have purple hair, like that kind of thing. So I'm sitting on the plane because of course I was first in line because I'm Keltie Knight. And I look up and Mark Hoppus is coming down the thing. Now I sang Blink 182, Cheshire Cat, whatever it was, in the talent. Cheshire
Cat?
I guess, yes. That song in the 11th grade talent show. So like I'm a Blink girl, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Blink 182 girl.
You
but
and
I'm
so
not
few others, yeah.
No one else is. It's my thing. Leave me alone. But I'm not like in the fandom. Like I don't follow them. I don't know. But he got me earlier this year because Mark put out a book, Fahrenheit 182, his memoir. And it was incredible. And I ate that book up. He talked about Blink, their whole like starting and then them breaking up and then, and then his cancer battle. And like, it was just such a good book that, man, if it would have just been a Blink guy, a cool guy, like from a band, I would have just sat there. I would have just scrolled Instagram. I would have stayed to myself. But when it was about a book, you don't think I'm going to tell you that I loved your book? So then instead of being cool and turning around, I lean back on my jet. He was right behind me. I lean back on my jet. I turn my head over like casual over this edge. And I say to him, hey man, I normally don't do this kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
No.
Show me your DMs.
But I got to tell you something. I loved your book. And he goes, oh, thanks. And I was like, it was really good. No, I read a lot of books.
No.
And I've read pretty much every rock and roll memoir. And you're definitely
I'm cool.
Top 5. And he was like, cool, thanks. And then I sat back into my seat. And then I had one more thing to say.
Oh no.
So I rolled back and I said, I think it would be a great Netflix series. And he was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, cool.
He's like, literally everyone I've ever talked to about this book has mentioned a Netflix series.
And he's like, I could probably get a green light in 1 second.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm so original. I have such big ideas, guys.
Huge.
A Netflix series.
Honestly, that could have gone way worse.
What's wrong with me? No, because then, oh my God. And then then I get up from my seat and I'm leaving and I got my jean jacket and I got these like really cool Harley Davidson patches, but instead of Harley Davidson it says reader and it's like read free or die. And I was like, he's going to see that I'm wearing my jean jacket that's all about books. So he'll know I really do love books. Like who cares? This man is not thinking about you. This is like my narcissistic insanity. Anyway.
Yeah.
Becca,
meanwhile, he probably didn't even want to write that book. Just he wanted to go away forever.
Money
grab.
He's like, why the f am I on the shared private jet? I should be on my own private jet.
I'm actually
like
shocked.
All the Small Things video in 2000.
I'm shocked that they didn't have a private jet.
Well, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis probably came out on their own jet.
Yeah. They should have invited their bandmates.
It is. I was surprised, and I was very surprised to see good old Diplo on the Jet Suite accent.
Diplo.
I love Diplo. Yeah,
he really is. But I was like, Diplo? Like, I know you're playing some hotel. They couldn't send a private jet for you. Here's the thing.
Do you know how much money people like Diplo make per night DJing?
I'm like, if the private jet to Vegas is $20,000. Like, it's
and he's
not
probably making like
$1 million.
At least, I was going to say at least 500,000.
Yeah, but like,
Diplo wants to buy horses.
It's a 30-minute flight.
It's so easy. And it's the same. It's the
I'd
same.
probably still fly on Southwest. I'd be like, who cares?
Yeah. And with Jet Suite, you don't have to do the regular airport. That's the best part of a private plane, is that you don't have to go to the regular airport. So if you're getting the experience as it is, yeah, you might have to deal with some weird girls talking to you about your memoir. That's fine.
I'm like, the part where you had cancer was so sad. Let's talk about it.
I'm dying.
Oh my God, I know.
Okay. Well, my good week, I had a very uneventful week because I didn't go to a music festival. I did see Garth Brooks. But that's not my good week. My good week is that if you guys remember years and years ago, right after Ford was born, we had the guys who own the surrogacy and egg donor agency come on the podcast to kind of chat a little bit about what that whole thing is. And it's called Elevate the Agency. And I had heard from them afterward that a lot of the listeners from LadyGang applied to become surrogates and also egg donors. And it was very exciting. They even had a LadyGanger carry their baby for them.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
And she has already had one of their babies. She's about to have their second baby.
No,
Shout out
I didn't
Sarah.
know that.
Mm-hmm. But then I also got word that a baby has been born via an egg donor from a LadyGang listener who donated her eggs to a beautiful family who was unable to have, a biological child from the mother's eggs. And there is a baby born. There's a life on planet Earth thanks to LadyGang.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wait.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Wait. Whoa.
Yeah. So for people who kind of like don't understand, it's obviously, why would you unless you've been through the whole thing? So some people need surrogates, and that's like me and Zach. We had embryos made with my eggs and Zach's sperm, and we needed another person to carry forward. But then there are a lot of women out there who, even after egg retrievals, still, or who have had cancer and have been through chemo and their eggs are not viable, and they still want to have a baby. They want to carry a baby or have a surrogate carry the baby, but also have the husband's or the partner's sperm still have that side of it be a biological child for the father.
Yeah.
This is confusing. But there's all these like little angel women out there who are willing to do egg retrievals and donate their eggs to families who need eggs. And
wait, how horrible is the egg retrieval?
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's a 2-week process. I mean, listen,
You have to pump yourself up with the hormones and stuff?
Yeah,
but hormones,
I don't think it's that bad.
I have to say, to me, it was worse doing the hormones that require you to do the hormones to carry the baby. So it's like part 1 of IVF is just getting your eggs taken out, not just. But for most people, I mean, granted, there are lots of complications, or there are, and it's not. But for the most part, my experience, most people's experience, Jac's experience, it's relatively painless. It's 2 weeks of, not like the most comfortable situation, but the hormones you're getting for that are just kind of bloating you day by day, kind of like you're really premenstrual.
Getting your period, yeah.
And then you do take the eggs out, and I think that those days after taking the eggs out are a little uncomfortable, but in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the worst, the days after.
But it's really not, it's not like giving an organ. It's not, it's not that in depth. So to be able to donate your eggs is actually, obviously you get paid to do it. So that's lovely. Yeah. You can pay for
what's the payday like?
I don't know specifically, but I think it's good money. I mean, you're doing something really, major for a family, and you have to obviously be approved to do this. You have to fall under certain categories of health and age and all that stuff. But a lot of women do it to pay for their schooling,
college or
to
whatever.
pay for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like God, I wish that was available. or I knew about it in my 20s.
Oh my God, imagine if there was a little Keltie running around somewhere random.
We would know.
We would
She'd
know.
be on the internet.
Yep. It would be very obvious.
Yep. She's there.
Yeah.
She's there. Wow, Becca.
Isn't that cool?
I'm so glad you
That is
told us that.
amazing.
I know. So if, if for some reason this is calling to you, because I feel that it is super cool to have this ability. So if you've ever considered it, egg donation or surrogacy, obviously I've been very touched by surrogacy and I think it's the most magical thing. And if you feel called to it, go check it out. They're called Elevate.
Love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe we'll have the guys on to, if people are interested, we could do like a little mini episode where they can give a little bit more information, about it. But it's cool. It's cool.
I love it.
Yeah. Elevate
What's
Baby.
your bad? Oh,
ElevateBaby.com. My bad week is this. If you're throwing an event that is not a wedding or if it's just like a random gathering of women who
I know what you're about to say.
I am so resentful when I go to something with like it's an event where I only know 2 people and I'm going with my 2 friends that I know and I get to a meal and there's place cards.
No.
Oh,
it is so rude. It is so rude to do to people. I don't understand it. Just let people sit with who they want to sit with. And if there's women there who don't know other people, then they'll just sit down where they sit down. And the same thing's going to happen if there were place cards or name, whatever. They're going to talk to whoever the next to them or whoever's across from them. So I don't know who this is helping.
Was this like a mixer though? Because when I went to the Goop dinner, we had place cards and it was like, there was like a hierarchy of like, well, Keltie's not, if they let me sit wherever I sat, I'd sat right next to Gwenny. So they had to seat me down at the end with a tier 3 influencer. You know what I mean? Like, was it one of those?
Not quite like a brand thing. It was just people putting an event together, like a fun Austin women, thing.
But it was someone behind it masterminding, being like, okay, Becca really needs to meet Jessica, so I'm going to sit them together.
I'm like, this is not a networking event. This was not under the guise of, hey, everyone who's in Austin entrepreneur women. Like, no, it was a range of women that just like happened to be invited to. It's something that's opening in Austin that like wanted to put together just something for like the ladies,
You shouldn't even have had a sit down dinner. This could have been a buffet.
Yeah, we also shouldn't have been seated.
I avoid any situation like this. I don't even want to have a sit down dinner where I'm next to the people that I know, because then I still have to maybe talk to somebody.
It's just ridiculous, and it just is so. I really can't understand the logic, but I'm gonna start, and I did it. This thing, I move my own. I get there, and if I see there's cards, I go and I move my card because I am spending time to be here. I'm not going to sit and small talk someone for 3 hours. No.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
Ma'am. So
you're like on the Gilded Age. That's what she did. She switched her seat so she could sit next to the Duke.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I switched mine so I could sit next to my friend, so I didn't have to have small talk for 3 hours and eat a bad salad. So,
oh my God.
Anyways,
well, the other thing is that this week Becca wrote me and she was like, "Do you have a dress in this color?" I thought you were going to say the dress code color thing if it's not a wedding. Was that for a wedding?
We already talked about this part. No, there's. Every event has a Pinterest board now. So it's not like, hey, come celebrate my birthday. It's like, hey, come celebrate my birthday and also drop $300 on Amazon. And if you're feeling it, maybe get some professional makeup. Like it's gone too far.
Everything has gone too far.
Everything has gone too far.
Okay. Well, Becca, I think that this is a lesson to never go to anything ever again.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this lesson. That's what's annoying. But my friends are like, it'll be fun. It'll be nice. They'll be like 80% of this will be awesome. And then 20% will be excruciating.
Oh, it's not even worth it for the 20.
Like someone asked me to go. I know. Someone asked me to go on their podcast. And I was like, it was like a really cool psychologist who's doing like a lot around women's mental health. And I was like, I'm like so into this. Like, I love you. Yes, I'll do it. And I said yes. And I'm like going on a Monday and they're like, great. And then they send the address. It's downtown. I'm like, now I'm like, I got to put makeup on. I got to like, you know what? I actually have to make a new rule. Like, if it's not Avril Lavigne level singing with Jack Vanek, I'm with you in a circle, like in a VIP area, I got to say no. You know what I mean? Like but I can't. What is my problem? Like, who cares?
Because
no one wants to hear me on a podcast. If you want to hear me on a podcast, you're listening to LadyGang. No one needs more Keltie night in their life. They need less Keltie night in their life. But yet they keep asking, and I said yes.
You keep showing up.
I recently redid my algorithm. Speaking of like a wellness, psychiatrist, whatever. I recently went on and liked a bunch of videos of people falling and people doing pranks and people like really ridiculous things. And now I am not served anything regarding women's hormones. And it's all just people putting speakers behind cabinets and scaring their husbands and filming it. And
I love those.
Listen, I highly recommend, because I got into an algorithm that was just so psychotic. I think I talked about this on the podcast already, but like, I don't want to talk about my hormones anymore. I don't. I don't.
Well, I feel like I am in a bad algorithm of like, I literally said to Chris last night, I was like, oh my God, The Cab, this is the band he works for. I was like, they're doing so good on TikTok. Like, it's everywhere. And then he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like I am seeing the videos everywhere. No, babe. Just me. I'm in the When We Were Young. It's me. It's Avril Lavigne. I've never seen Avril Lavigne on social media in my life. Yeah. And I'm like, here it is. And I'm also on like the lore of the lore is loring. Like, I need to reset the algorithm. I need a hard reset.
Do you guys ever have this thing happen where you realize that it's just whoever you're following is like your world is this tiny because of who you follow? And then something will come up. Like the other day, someone posted something about Lauren Bosworth. And I literally was like, oh my God, she's just been dead to the world. Like she's just been non-existent. And then it turns out I go to her Instagram. No, she hasn't. She's been living her life. And it's like so
she's
funny
alive
to me. It's so funny
She's
to
on
me.
a billboard on Sunset right now.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God, if you don't follow people on Instagram, you've no clue what they're doing. And then the people that you do follow, you think everybody must know, oh my God, this person's everywhere. But really, it's just in your face.
I think about that with myself sometimes, where like there'll be people that are still big emo fans and then like all pop up on their For You page and they're like, wow,
I haven't seen you since 2006.
Yeah, they're like, I had your bracelets back and whatever. They're like, you're still around? Or there's other people like, yeah, again, I'm alive. Just like Lauren
and you're
Bosworth.
like, I've been around, bitch.
No,
that's what drives me crazy. Okay, go ahead.
No, and then also people will be like, wow, I'm just finding out you're dating Jared from The Maine. I was like, where are you as a fan of The Maine? We're not dating. We're married. We've been together for 7 years. Like, it's not new.
No.
But thank you so much.
But you obviously are not in their algorithm or they're not following you. So you don't exist.
This is my problem. This is
the girl that makes the bracelets. I was like, I've done so much since then.
Jack, thank you so much. Becca, this is a big problem in my personality because this is what's happening to me. So this is what happened at the festival. I went. I commented. Mm-hmm. Now everyone has rediscovered me in the fan base.
Oh.
20 years later, and they haven't seen anything. And
you
so they're
open
like,
the floodgates.
So they just think you're like a loser.
Loser.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, still talking about this 20 years. And this is the only, like, the comments are like, wow, a girl that got famous off her boyfriend has nothing else going on that she's still talking about this. And I was like, bitch, I'm going on. I've been going on. I've been going on for 20 years.
I'm holding on.
I have been hustling and
winning Emmys.
I've been winning. I was like, I'm so sorry. KeltieNight.com. Do you need to, where have you been? Like, and where have I been? I haven't been in your life. What? Like, this is a big problem. Like this is what annoys me because then the Kelties, the K-types, they go hard and they're like, You have no idea. She's so successful. And I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, someone say it. I don't want to have to be the one that's like, #Wikipedia.com. But like, then nothing is more demoralizing than when they saw you in 2009 and they haven't seen you since. And they're like, oh my God, you're still around? I've been around, but I've been better. I've been better. I have been better. I am better.
You've not been better.
I've not
You've
been
just
better,
done more. You've just
I
done
hope somebody
more.
super cuts this.
I have tried to be better. I am not better, but I've at least accomplished some things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the other problem is that like, I wanted to yell at Chris so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm going now.
No, let it rip, girl.
Okay. Like I wanted to yell at Chris so bad because this is actually Chris Knight's fault because Chris Knight is such a private person. And I love Chris Knight so much. He is the love of my life.
You're so Lisa Barlow right now, referring to John Barlow, Chris Knight.
Chris Knight is the love of my life, and he's so private.
Mm-hmm.
And he does not like to be photographed. He doesn't like to be in a reel. He's never going to make like a couple's Instagram reel with me. He doesn't even like, we went to the whole festival. Did we take a picture together? No. Chris and he is the love of my life. And so I respect that boundary. But can you imagine me, the last person I dated, I was so public about it, like everywhere. And then I met Chris and I have been silenced by love. I have not been able to tell you everything wonderful about Chris Knight.
Have you didn't have a boyfriend in between Ryan and Chris?
No, I mean, I did, but not a serious one.
Oh, okay.
Brad Womack.
Yeah, like I dated a photographer. I dated another band guy. Like, I mean, I dated a dancer. Like, I mean, it was.
So if people look on your Instagram, the Panic at the Disco stands, they think you're single,
kind of, or they think like I'm still like oh my God, it never got better, and like I still really wish this was my life, and they don't see like you guys. Last night I came home. Chris was gone. He left after the festival and went to Miami for 2 days. And I got upstairs and like I'd been working on my book for like 12 hours. I was like, and he's literally, this man is making me vegetables for dinner. He's stirring the pot and he goes, I'm really out of nowhere. It's a random Monday. I'm really proud of you, babe. Aww. Yeah, thanks. He's like, I had a lot of fun with you this weekend. I said, yeah. And he said, but you've been working so hard on your book and I think you deserve a little treat. And I was like, oh, I do? What's my treat? And he goes, it's right there. And there was a present on the island. This is a Monday night, a present on the island. I open it up. It's like a magnetic bookmark with my name on it that has a pen holder. And he's like, I noticed your bullet journal. You're always looking for a pen when you're working on your bullet journal. And so I thought that you could magnetize this onto your bullet journal to hold a pen. Like that's the actual lore. Like I have the best guy on the planet. He is my person. God. I am so, and that's why I can make fun of 2000 me and like lean into the lore because I am like,
because you're good.
I'm good. I don't need to prove it to anyone. Like I'm
but it's
so
more
good.
fun for people to be like, oh my God, look at this loser.
No, I think it's for the entertainment. It's for the lulz, dude. It's so funny.
No, I'm like, we need to feed the fan base. Like, yes, Jac Vanek is a MySpace queen. If she goes to a festival and does not make a TikTok about 2007 lore, then she's not doing her job as the royalty of the scene. You know what I mean? That's it. Anyway. So, you know what? It does look like I'm single because sometimes people are still hitting on me. And I'm like, I'm married, but like, I don't have a picture of Chris anywhere. We didn't do a photo shoot down by the river in Brooklyn that everyone could like, you know.
The river in Brooklyn.
I did a photo shoot with Ryan
God.
down by the river in Brooklyn because I was like,
God.
We didn't have cameras on our phones. If you wanted a good picture, you had to get a photo shoot.
Wait, I have one last question about Ryan. Did they break up while you guys were together or did they break up after you broke up?
After.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a spiral.
Do you think you were the reason?
The Yoko.
I know that's what everyone thinks.
Really?
No, I don't think
so. I watched a lot of interviews about them and it made a lot of sense why they broke up now because I blocked it all out. But I was like, oh yeah.
Why did they break up? What makes sense? Tell me.
Well, they had like quote unquote creative differences, right, Keltie? Like, and in the beginning, Ryan was like, I don't have a good voice. And like, I want Brendan to sing. And then I think he started wanting to sing. And then so
did
there
take
is
some voice lessons. Yeah.
Then there was a big like, there was like a
power shift.
To watch the supercut of their creative differences in interviews. And there is this interview where they're like in the studio and Ryan was like, well, now since there's two of us that want to sing, we have to do this and this and that. So I think that was like a big,
Eek.
And like Brendan wanted to do the theatrical stuff. Ryan wanted to make like Beatles kind of music, right, Keltie? And Brendan's voice doesn't lead to Beatles music. It leads to show tunes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, they don't want the same thing. But like, man, they could have.
I mean, it's hard to stay in a band, guys. Like,
which is crazy.
Hard to stay in a podcast. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. And they were so young. And the thing that hurt me the most is like, I'm still friends with Cassie, who's John Walker's wife. John was the bassist that replaced Brent, but he was like the long-term bassist. And like, they came to my birthday party at the house and like all hung out and stuff. And we talk and like, he's like the nicest person. He's so nice. And like, I don't know.
He didn't get an invite?
No, but like I feel bad for him because like he went, we all made in our younger lore, we all made bad decisions because we followed the Ryan Ross. You know what I mean? Like he's very magnetic person.
Is he still friends with Ryan?
I have no idea. I never, like that's the thing. Like I'm not like, come to my birthday party and let's sit in the corner and talk about Ryan Ross. No, we danced to Rob. I wish. Give me some tea. No, we've ate cheese plates and danced to Robin in the backyard and had drinks. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, it doesn't come up in normal day-to-day life. It just comes up anyway.
On a live podcast.
You know what? Thank you. You know what, haters? Thank you for the downloads. Yes, I'm old. I'm ugly. Cut it up. Do you want to scan my face? Yes, I got new teeth. What else is new since Jac has an eyebrow now. Like, thank you for coming to the LadyGang podcast. See you never again. Okay. Bye.
All right. See you next Tuesday.